All right, everyone, we are live. Welcome to Dash Attack's Old White Road, episode 2024. I'm here with Damien Demore, Galaxy Red, Jace from Cancel This Podcast, my friend Lowell, and the one and only Digny.
You see, folks, Lowell's his only friend. Fuck you, Dash.
I don't even know how this
You're
happened.
all my friends. What are you talking about? I'm just saying that because Lowell doesn't have, well, actually, you do have a Suno now.
Yeah, but that's still just for me, technically.
Don't worry, Lowell. I'm your friend. I was like, who are you again? But then I'm like, you can be my friend. Good
Okay,
person.
cool.
Good. Keep away from Damien. He's
a man eater.
Yeah, well, you're a sausage eater, but I'm trying to be nice today. This is my 6th show this week. The psychosis is setting in, and a great way to relieve that psychosis is to berate my my fellow creators. A thing I've noticed, and I think I realized that or noticed that far too late because, well, you can easily burn a bridge. It's great to see everyone. I hope you're all doing well. That's Jace with an S dash. We got to work on your spelling.
My dyslexia. Yeah.
I know. Maybe the South Park 90s solution would help. Also known as a smack around the head. If you haven't already, folks, like the stream, share the stream. Donations are always welcome. We appreciate the solid panel of 6. It's always good to get a panel of 6. Xeen isn't here because we told him to take today off. Because Xeen, likewise with myself, has been streaming too much. And while I can sort of find my way through streaming psychosis, I don't think Xeen can. Okay? We don't want Xeen going on a tangent while talking about Tim Sweeney and Gabe Newell, because that's one of the topics, folks. Which reminds me, I have made a book. I have made this massive book by cutting up other books and putting them together, because that is an example of my psychosis in effect. And I'm putting all of these topics in a massive book, okay? A massive filing system, so to speak, which will then get leaked to the public, and then there will be a massive scandal.
The Digny files.
Yes. And all of you are in them. But we appreciate everyone for being here, and fingers crossed we can get lots of support for today's show. Dash, unfortunately, is not the best hype man. We gotta hype the show up.
I put it in every fucking Discord, man. Yeah, like, well, you want to get hyped? Let's get hyped. Like, let's go. We got some topics.
So in other words, what you're saying is we have some people from a certain country Digny hails from listening since you put it on Discord.
Yes. Latveria. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we should catch up with everyone on the panel, and we're going to start off with Dash. Dash, how have you been?
Well, I've been good. You know, I just beat Resident Evil Remake Original, to get ready for the new game. And I know we were talking about that before backstream because, so apparently the game got leaked and there's spoilers floating about. But I'm just going to make my own damn opinion. If it sucks, it sucks.
Yep. I'm encouraging Dash not to buy it, but he won't listen to me. Hopefully he'll listen to everyone else. How about you, Damien? How have you been? Damien.
Yes, sorry. I zoned out a bit, sorry.
You didn't fucking zoom out. You were looking at X-Porn.
X-Porn. Crazy. I don't watch
So how have you been?
I've been well. I know I wasn't here last week due to an almost 2-day power outage. It was a very fun experience. But since then, I've been on the up and up. I'm literally 3 subscribers away from, I would say, to 100.
Yep.
Well done. Well done.
Nice.
Damien is growing more than I am. Suppression really is a bitch for me in the month of February. I've gained a grand total of 5 subscribers this month. It
I
has
blame
been,
Black History Month.
that
Black
could
History
be a
Month.
reason. This has been my worst performing month ever.
Wow.
Ever?
Since the very beginning.
Wow.
Thank you, Black History Month. So, how about you, Galaxy Red? How have you been?
Been okay. I was able to finally have a normal stream the whole week and no internet issues. And Monday I had
Good.
Grand Blue Fantasy, and then Tuesday with Final Fantasy, like with Jace and everyone. And you are on the panel, and
Mhm.
and then Wednesday I played and finished Donkey Kong Bonanza, so that's pretty much done. I mean, there's still a post game, but I was like, I'm not gonna do it right now. Maybe I'll stream it again later.
Post game's pretty fun, but the main story was great.
Yeah, I did some of the post game that Wednesday. It was I basically just did the Kong Bonanza like the trial that they had there for Bonanza.
Yeah.
I got all the bananas on that, and that was pretty much all I did. Oh, I went to DK Island and did the new
The Emerald Rush.
Yeah, the Emerald Rush, the roguelike thing. So I
Mm.
just did it one time, and then was like, yeah, I'm done with that for now.
Does anyone want to point out the fact that the premise of this Donkey Kong game is extremely racist? You buy a game, you play a monkey picking up bananas.
Well, I mean,
That's every Donkey Kong game.
yeah,
I was about to say that.
he's obsessed with bananas because he's an ape. Yeah.
Listen,
We have
Digny,
to
if it was chicken and watermelon, that is a different story.
In a
Yeah.
way, it's actually less racist because they removed the guns from the N64 version.
Well, they had to because Donkey Kong is a monkey. But how about you, Lowell? How have you been?
Oh, I've been good.
Excellent. Loving the energy. You done anything recently?
Let's see. No.
Good. Didn't drown any cats?
Why would I do that?
Well, I'm assuming you're an American.
Okay.
Inflicting suffering is a national pastime for you people.
No, that's that's
I'm not from
Haitians.
New England, so anyway.
Oh no, you're from the tri-state area, which is even worse. But what about you, Jay? So
Damn, what a segue, because I'm from the Bronx. Anyway, look, I haven't murdered any cats either. I'm Jace with Cancel This Podcast. Yes, I am armed as all Puerto Ricans are. We all carry knives at all times. But yeah, so last night was Cancel This Podcast with myself and Digny. Dash was in the chat for a little while, made his presence known for a little bit, dropped a couple $. Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I had plans with my girlfriend today that got pushed to tomorrow because of work scheduling issues. So basically just clean my ugly ass truck. I'm up here avoiding my 73-year-old decrepit mother who always asks me to go to the store. And it is 80 fucking degrees in the state of Georgia. Yes,
80 degrees. I'm kind of jealous.
80 degrees.
Guys,
it's hot.
crazy.
It's bright. The windows are open. So that's I'm letting some air from the outside come in. And I just really wish that I wasn't poor so I could fix my swimming pool.
And your air conditioning, because we can hear the outside of your home.
Listen, I don't want to turn the air conditioning on. My electric bill is the size of some country's GDP. All right.
The size of South Africa's GDP. It's amazing, folks. How many creators in the network want to murder their own mothers? It's
I don't want to murder my
amazing.
mother. I just
You
want you to
should.
be a better person.
The way she treats you.
That's
you
very
should.
honorable.
I don't want to murder her. You know, if I want to do that, I would be my main platform would be Kick, not Rumble. But you know, I mean, I just wouldn't feel bad if suddenly, you know, natural causes took their course and my bills went down as a result of it.
I keep telling
cold.
I keep telling Jace, just cut the brakes. Put her in the car. Cut the brakes. Okay.
Here's the problem: she doesn't have her own transport.
Oh, damn. But Damien, you
Yes?
should hate your mother for the way she treats you. You should. You should.
I
Hate is a
should.
hell of a motivator. You should.
Yeah, no,
You see,
I
Damien's
should.
just a better person than her. Like, you know, I've heard about his mother and stuff, and I won't like share anything, but like, yeah, she has not been the kindest woman.
That's most of my experience with women, but she certainly sets the standard.
Lady, you're so much of a bad mother, I turned out gay.
Oh shit!
I actually grew up with my dad after the
think-
divorce.
Father, you were so bad you made me want to become a woman.
I'm pretty sure there's episodes of Maury that have that premise.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, speaking of premises, folks, I'm doing very well. My mother has been dead for damn it.
Jesus!
Wow.
I'm doing well because my mother is dead. That's what he's saying.
My mother has been dead for close to 20 years. I remember the day it happened. Me and my father celebrated.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, we had like a
Wow.
second
You people, what do you got
birthday.
against
It was-
Israelis, Dash? You're sounding awful anti-Semitic.
That's just how we do it. If she's born in the Palestinian territories, Dash. Okay? That's how we do it. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the day after my father's birthday, April the 22nd, 2006. My mother OD'd and died, and we had a celebration
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
because she was such an awful human being trying to keep me and my father apart. And we're not very moralistic people. We celebrated it like it was a second birthday.
Kind of like us yesterday with Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Don't be uncomfortable by it, guys. She was a whore and bisexual, so she had it coming. Okay?
Oh boy.
Well, it's a lot of
Well-
personal information you're sharing.
Oh, as long as it gets the viewership, Dash, I think it should be shared. Okay, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, look, if it gets you the viewership, talk about it.
Look, in between we find out Digny Cobander.
Oh, damn. Well, I wasn't even 7 when that happened.
Yeah,
I'm Puerto Rican. I can attest to the fact they
Yeah.
start early. All right.
Yeah, I
And I'll
remember
tell you
you
this-
told me this story, like
Yeah.
behind the scenes, and like, you know, just like, yeah, like, you know, I'm just glad I have a great relation with my mother and that she's in very good health.
Way to put a dampener on our positive mood, Dash.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Dash. I'm joking. But no, one more thing before we move on to our topics, which I find happy, but others will find sad. Since I share a birthday with my mother, my birthdays are never really celebrated that much in my household.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good lord.
So instead, we celebrate April the 22nd as a second birthday.
Oh god.
So
Instead
on
of
that
April
note,
20th?
No. My father's birthday is on April the 20th. Actually, we have like a 3-day celebration for April 20th, April 21st, and April 22nd. They're 3 fantastic days for my family, all for entirely different reasons.
Well,
So on that note,
well, I mean,
Mhm.
April 20th is the famous birthday of one Austrian painter.
yes, Mozart. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, our first topic, I'll write down for solid 15 minutes dead, because the best way to get viewership is to tell people about your private life. 2.1 topics is Sony shuts down Blue Point Games, blue balling the site or company after a half a decade takeover. Now, all of these topics come courtesy of Dash. The third topic is the most controversial. I cannot believe Dash recommended it to me, but I'm sure we'll have a good time. So, Dash, why don't you lead the way on this topic?
Yeah, so Blue Point, who made the Demon Souls remake where they removed gender and race swapped a bunch of characters, and some people liked it, and I think that's like the only game they made.
No,
And,
they made a
but
few
yeah,
others.
everyone is very, very sad about Blue Point, mostly because they just had the foundation to make single player games, yet Sony wanted them to make a God of War live service game. And they canceled that, and so they canceled the studio because, like, well, at least this means Bloodborne won't get like any politically correct changes to it. Like, they won't remove all the hookers. Yep, there are hookers in Bloodborne.
Like I said, they did do other games, but they were like remakes, kind of the same vein as Demon Souls, like Shadow of the Colossus on PS4. That was from them.
Oh yeah, they did the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, Neko the Circle. It took Sony 5 years to destroy the studio after buying them. Not as fast as Microsoft destroying Rare or Tango Gameworks, but it's the same stupidity.
Well, Tango Gameworks got sold to Krafton. And I know a lot of people don't like Krafton, but hey, look, you want to be in the industry, you have to be a scumbag.
Be a scumbag.
Unfortunate fact, like, in order to get on top, you have to be a jerk. It's an unfortunate thing.
You want to succeed, folks? Put on a weird beard and a fancy dress. Hate your own audience, and you'll do very well on YouTube. But thoughts? Just random thoughts on this. Damien, are you a Sony pony?
No.
Why not?
Well, okay.
You like taking it raw?
Ooh, damn. I thought you said you were going to cool it with the gay jokes today, Digny.
For Dash.
Yeah, because you like me.
No, because I value my position here.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm eating and it went through the wrong hole, just like you guys.
Oh,
you guys.
Damn.
Wow.
How dare you?
Damien, what do
you had that one written down, didn't you?
No, but I will write it down. I wouldn't purposely choke myself to make that point, Dash.
He's not David Carradine, for God's sake.
I don't know who that is. I'm 26. Damien, what do you make?
He is a man who committed suicide via autoerotic asphyxiation. He's a former actor. He was Bill in the Kill Bill movies, and he
that explains it. Then.
He jerked himself off from a noose.
Oh, God.
Damn.
That's impressive, actually.
No, that's not impressive, Lowell. Friends do you have, Dash?
I don't know. This one, I don't know. I want to say something nice. I want to say
you want to say something nice.
Yeah. No, Lowell's, he's cool. He's cool.
Good.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Good. So while I stop eating and potentially choke myself to death, Damien, what do you make of Blue Point shutting down?
I'm not really surprised by that, because what tends to happen with these studios is that they'll make an attempt to acquire other developers, third parties, etc. And it's like, oh no, we want to make a project, but when they don't live up to the expectations even once, then it's like, well, it's time to kill this studio. So it's not really surprising. It's a given, because how many like third parties, smaller developers, etc., have been acquired by these larger companies, and then within the space of 5 years they just disappear.
Yep, that's
It's a
going to
big
happen
problem.
to Bungie soon, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially with all the crazy stuff going on. And Galaxy's a gamer, folks. And are you a Sony pony, Galaxy?
No.
Why
I mean,
not? I heard you like taking it. Oh wait, I've already used that.
Yeah.
Um,
Come up with new
I
material.
have normally had been playing mostly on Sony before, but I stopped. So I mean, I still have my PS4 basically, but I haven't touched it in a couple years. So I've been just mostly playing on PC now.
I just find it incredible that this company just gets swallowed up and it just gets exterminated. Same thing's going to happen to Bungie. Other companies have done this. It's Sony's and PlayStation aren't the only ones.
Yeah.
It's just you don't sell out, folks. You don't. You don't sell out your creative vision. Doesn't matter how much these people and these companies give you. Okay, right? Not we praise Notch, but at the end of the day, he sold out his vision for what
He
it cost,
did.
Mm-hmm.
right? If I made Minecraft, I wouldn't have sold it at all
And
for any price.
who allowed a tranny person to come into the project?
Exactly. That too.
Or
Right.
allow like just Marxism to be taught in
That too.
for it to be used for like weird shit for kids.
Hey, Minecraft is a juggernaut and would have been a juggernaut if Notch didn't sell out. And I personally think in the long run, he'd be like the Gabe Newell of games development if he had kept it. But
Like
no, he sold it.
Minecraft's legacy and like value as a intellectual property, wasn't added to by Microsoft. They might have done some like Halo DLC here or there, but really like all of that was built by Notch. Like the base game is like when people think of Minecraft, they think of Notch's Minecraft.
Be like if Rockstar sold GTA to Sony, right? Or Take-Two sold it to Sony, and they just mismanage it to the point where what's the point anymore? All right.
Well,
Blue
I
Point
got an
got
example.
Blue Bolt.
Remedy sold Max Payne to Rockstar, and people still associate Max Payne with Remedy.
Why, I don't know. At this point.
Well, I know that Max Payne was technically supposed to be in the same universe as Alan Wake and all that stuff too. And like,
well, you see, the clever thing they did is that like Max Payne is actually a character Alan Wake created for his best-selling crime thriller series called Alex Casey.
Yeah.
And that's his name. And he's literally just Max Payne.
Yeah,
I prefer to call it the Control franchise now because Control is the most successful game.
Well, Control is like the central hub of the Remedyverse now because like it's kind of like the X-Files thing, and every weird thing that happened to Alan was just another like Tuesday for this group. Like, they deal with like shit like this all the time. So like reality warping, dark shadows possessing people. Yeah, that's normal for the Bureau of Control.
Yeah.
I mean, Control is to Remedy what a single panelist on a panel show is for a dying show. Because Control's the only, franchise that Remedy has that hasn't shat itself to death. And I mean that quite literally. Alan Wake, in co-opting itself onto Epic exclusively, essentially shat itself to death. And that's not very nice.
The big problem here is that this is ultimately the end stage of any studio that gets bought out by Sony or gets bought out by Microsoft, is that you will be shut down and absorbed into the greater Borg that are these massive conglomerates, and that's bad for gamers. Essentially, that just means if there's an idea, if there's a small studio that's doing really good, just like you guys were just talking about Notch, selling Minecraft to Microsoft, all right, Sony will come at you or Microsoft will come at you with a big bag of money. And it's not so much that they want to expand on your idea. It's just that your idea is better than their ideas. And we don't like that. So we're going to give you a big bag of money to fuck off. Essentially, is what this is all about. And you know, this is why, you know, a lot of people, you know, they say when a studio is not doing all that great, they want Sony to buy it or Microsoft to buy it. Just, you know what? It'd be better to just have the studios shut down. Those
people are morons.
Yeah, because basically what happens too, Dash, is that these companies, Sony and Microsoft, are too big to fail. And I know that in some ways we can thank Sony and Microsoft for the modern gaming industry, but that's exactly why I fucking hate them. I've been around long enough that I remember when it was Nintendo and Sega and then whatever third party would come in with a flavor of the, you know, year system, whether it be the TurboGrafx 16, whether it be the Atari Jaguar, whether it be the 3DO, you know, there was always somebody trying to be that third kid on the block. But ultimately, it was, you know, gaming was a little bit better when it was, I don't know, gaming. When you have massive conglomerates, Sony, Microsoft, who've got their eggs in a bunch of different baskets, they don't care about me. They don't care about you. They care about pushing whatever agenda corporately adheres to whatever they want to push.
Yeah,
and that's
the
why
corporatization.
we are.
The corporatization of gaming is partly what's killing it because it's taken a lot of the passion, the risk, the creativity. It's why we don't get games like Prototype or like Blood Rain or like anything like edgy or sexy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Sony, you know, look, Sony will own it and you'll be left holding the bag.
I think
Like,
it's the command and conquer effect in real time, folks. I mean, when EA took control of, I think it was Westwood, I think that was the name of the company. It's such loft.
I'm on camera right now, Mom. What? Can you leave that? Whatever it is, I'll do it in a second. Mom, what do you mean write down the
For the
Wi-Fi? What? Yeah. Can you not? Jesus Christ! Here. Can she read?
Yeah, that's right.
Hello.
Like the worst I have to deal with my mom is constantly saying to her, "Please don't say my real name on stream," and then she's like, "Fuck you."
Damien's mother, please say his real name on stream so I can find him.
She said it multiple times.
Maybe I should move my whole operation to Kick.
I'm sorry to say, but Dash, what the fuck were you doing? Right? I don't have operational control of the show. I would have been like, bye, Jace. Bye, Jay. One of the reasons I was laughing so hard was because it's like
I didn't think to do that. I didn't think to do that. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
No,
Or
I like.
Or you could have like muted him and put him in the backstage for a few minutes.
He just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I mean, I was surprised as much as y'all. I got ambushed.
Yeah.
Did.
I heard someone talking. I was like, "Who's that?" And then I saw on Jason's camera. He's like, hey,
"Well, I'll do that in the future." But yeah, like we should probably like move to restream to get you operational control again.
Listen. Guys, Sony, if you're listening, you can buy my mother, and then you can shut her down.
She's like, boy, read this letter. It's like, can't you read? Oh my god. Let's. Folks, you're getting quality entertainment.
I would think
this
Sony
stream
might not want your
30
mother.
minutes. It's already off the fucking rails.
I like how she did this on Old White Road and not on one of my shows.
Well.
Yeah, it's like, it was a shame we weren't, on a bigger screen so I could get a better look at her in Pine. Okay.
I'm sure someone's going to zoom it in and enhance it.
Hola, abuela. Hola, abuela.
Oh,
yeah, so I already heard some studio is already looking to poach some of these Blue Point
developers.
Yeah. I don't know like who, but like someone's like already like looking to poach them.
Yeah, buy them out and call it Blue Ball Games.
Mhm.
You know, because blue balls tie up. This is
Yeah.
a tough
It's also
crowd.
it's also a different
get
name
it.
for point, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, Lowell, for getting it. Now you can speak next. What do you make of all this?
I mean, someone kind of already summed up my thoughts on it pretty much,
Then
which
say
is
it again
that.
in a different way.
All right, fair enough. Jesus. Um, really, like, just having been watching the industry, it really just is like this sort of self-fulfilling prophecy of people getting what they ask for and then just being like, wait a minute, no, actually, I hate this, but it's already too late because you've opened up the fucking bottle and the genie's out, and there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it. And it is frustrating, but really the way like I feel like most people can just kind of cope with it at this point is to stop looking at the old guard developers and start trying to like I get it, like the indie scene sucks. Let's be real about that, okay? Like I'm not going to be one of these people that glazes indie games or whatever. Like most of them are all like overly political, just jaded people who are completely insufferable and you would not want to spend more than 30 minutes in a room with. But
They should become content creators. They'd fit right in.
Lol.
possibly, but
the thing is, it's like, sorry to interrupt. When it comes to indie developers, there's such few indie developers that are actually worth paying attention to.
mhm.
And the ones that do get glazed are obviously the ones that are political.
Yes. But I mean, if you do look, if you do look hard enough, you can find. I mean, you can find worthwhile things, and I feel like that's just kind of the thing is that everyone keeps trying to focus on like, oh, when is the old guard gonna come back? And it's just like they're not. Like I don't like.
They all got
yeah.
chased out. They all
Yeah.
got chased out during the cleanse. It's
Mhm.
all corporate yes people and they them's like no.
Yeah, yes, people. See, look, Dash has even co-opted the language, okay, folks? The yes men, like that thing in New Vegas, okay? Yeah, fuck the Fallout show. But Blue Point has gone the way of the Blue Balls. It's going to collapse. Sony sucks. It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. But on the bright side, we won't get any awful remakes, and I just need to rewrite the timestamp of Jose's mother arriving, 27 minutes dead. That clip's just going to be me laughing like a maniac, so it probably won't get many views. But I think it's very important for people to realize that this is where the big boys play, folks. This is where the action happens.
WCW?
This is where anything can happen. Okay? All right? I can't wait for her to come back in. Come back in, abuela.
Oh, Jesus.
That sort of thing. But let's move to our second topic now, and I'll just write that down for 33 minutes.
You know what?
And
It's wrong to shock a dog, but is it wrong to shock a mom? Can I get her a shock
No.
collar like Hassan Piker
there's-
has for the dog?
no, there's nothing wrong with doing that at all. She is female. So on that note, like the stream, share the stream. Donations
Yep.
are always welcome. Damien likes getting shocked. Our second topic is Jeff Keighley colludes with Tencent to push Highguard flop, which was backed, of course, by Tencent covertly, because that's how the Chinese like to do it, because they're all spies. If you have any Chinese friends, they're all spies, all of them. But this is courtesy of Kelshi, who quotes the following. So then all that stuff Jeff Keighley talked about for Highguard's announcement, the power of indie studios and self-publishing, the little guys pushing the industry forward, yada, yada, all just bullshit, laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
And that's quoting Wario64, basically showcasing what's been going on. What was that, Dash?
Yeah, like it is like really laughable how blatantly he lied, like saying the spot wasn't paid for when literally like the people funding Highguard were the people funding his fucking show, like practically his bosses, if you really think
Yep.
about it. There, and you
Big
know they
com-
had a Tencent guy. Remember that weird guy who claimed like he was helping unemployed devs, and he
Yep,
was
I
actually a
remember
Tencent executive.
Yep, he was part of Tencent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley are like they've got really exposed.
It used to
By
be
Highguard.
suspicious.
And
before
you know,
that.
I predicted when this news dropped that Highguard would go out this week, but actually they fucking updated the game. So they are
Sure, that's the last update.
ready to like steer the ship. For how long they can steer it, nobody knows. But really, like honestly, like you know, I actually did some investigative reporting. I played the game to test the new raid tool. I don't even know what it does.
new
I
what
don't think it's enough. The new raid tool. It's mostly used to destroy walls in the game.
Oh, raid. I thought you said something else.
Now raid.
Raid. Oh. I thought he said rape.
I know that's what you thought I said.
Oh,
It
boy.
sounds very similar.
Yeah.
But I said
right.
raid.
Raid. Like raid. Like our
Raid
sponsor,
Shadow
Raid
Legends.
Shadow
Wait now.
With raid. See, look, that's a great segue to read
Yep.
an advert, folks. But
Yeah, if we had
Look.
that. But
if this is a Tencent backed project, it's not going to die anytime soon.
No, I think
Because
they
there's
pulled
lots of
out.
money.
I pretty sure they pulled out, and that's why this information got leaked to begin with.
Well, if that is the case, then Highguard is living on borrowed time, because Tencent is not a merciful company, folks. You don't get to the top of Chinese corporate interests by being merciful, mostly because the government will annihilate you if they look at you wrong.
Mhm.
Thoughts,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
They
Mhm.
might be just trying to squeeze as much money as they can from like what little players they have left, and you know, and then they'll announce shutdown. Like this is their way of not being able to issue refunds. Is if they keep the game going for as long as possible, then they won't have to issue the refunds.
yeah,
I'm telling you guys this, right? Put the Concord, Highguard, Marathon, that Horizon game, put all those characters together, and you could have a cinematic universe or a game universe that works.
Yeah,
If
we've
they all
seen the
fight each
memes.
other to the death.
Oh boy.
And
You-
it can
you
be
know-
called it can be called Concordia. How about you, Jace? What do you make of all this?
I'm so sick of Highguard and all their fucking bullshit. I just got to be honest. Like, this is everything that Highguard represents is everything that's wrong with the video game industry. And then they sit there and instead of taking accountability for the fact that they just created slop, they want to blame everybody else. Oh, it's the chuds. Here's the funny thing about it. Nobody was looking at Highguard from a woke or non-woke perspective. Your game just stunk. It just stunk. Your game was garbage. If you worked on the Highguard, you are garbage. Your work is garbage. It sucks. It gets an F. That's on you. The problem with Highguard and all the developers responsible for Highguard and everybody responsible for Highguard is that it's just like when you have a fat, ugly, disgusting woman in a room with a bunch of her friends. She's the ugliest ones, and her friends feel bad for her, and they tell her, "Yeah, that don't worry, all our vaginas have that same smell. It's not just you. You go, girl. You slay, queen." And they believe their own hype. So when they finally brought this game out and it was mediocre and nobody liked it and it wasn't ready, they said, "Oh well, it's just you gamers are bad people. You know, no, it's just that old white road show. They're just a bunch of bigots. It's just hypnotic and smash."
I've been the nicest guy to this fucking game. Like, anyone. I just haven't been sucking it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing about it. This game, they're blaming everybody except taking
But
a long look in the
themselves.
mirror. Yeah.
But the executives, the people who decide to release it in this state, like, you know, Not enough weapons. Like the hero balance is garbage.
If they spent more time investing in their game instead of investing in buying ideological assholes to glaze their game on social media, maybe they'd have a good game. And you know what? The funny thing is that Bungie is looking at this and doing the exact same thing. And Insanity is watching some company self-immolate and going, I'm going to do the same thing with my game.
Oh, but I'm actually going to enjoy watching Bungie suffer when Marathon finally releases because they kind of fucking deserve it.
But it's just
what they have idea with it. There's people with
it's
I forgot what it was.
It's so funny though, because you see the investment. Here we go again, where Tencent is involved in everything, and isn't it weird how Tencent, which has a high opinion of themselves, keeps getting involved with companies and projects and games that just completely crumble. You want to know what happens when you get in bed in Tencent? Go look at Ubisoft's stock right now and tell me that Tencent is your friend. Because you know what? With friends like that, who fucking needs enemies?
They literally stole the Assassin's Creed franchise right from under their nose. And they don't even realize it yet.
When
Ubisoft collapses, Tencent will own fucking Assassin's Creed.
Look, I'm just waiting for the Assassin's Creed game where they put Yasuke in a washing machine and he comes out Chinese.
I'm sorry to say this, guys, but Dash said collapses wrong. He said it like a Chinese person. He said collapses. He mixed his R's with his L's like an Asian. Are you secretly Chinese, Dash?
No, just a really big weeb.
Well, maybe you should check out that shitty walk.
Oh, shitty walk. Ugly Mongolians, you breaking my shitty wall.
Yeah. Well, it's better than Kung Pao chicken made from a cat. There's a reason me and Helzo collaborate. We donate money to homeless animals by donating them to the local falafel.
Oh no!
It's part of the Digny files.
Jerky.
Literally, in this day and age, you can make up anything and people will believe it. So in the Digny files, Dash is part of a rainbow sex ring, right?
Oh no!
Of course. Okay, so this is fan fiction.
And Damien is in it, and Lowell is in it, and Xeen is in it. I won't say Galaxy is in it because he gets offended by that. Galaxy exposes it. He exposes
Galaxy needs to be the star attraction in most things.
Yeah, Galaxy exposes Dash's Rainbow Coalition, and then the Rainbow Coalition exposes Galaxy. And I'll just leave it at that. This is all part of the big
sounds like it'd make a great movie.
Yeah, parodying the Epstein files. We just
the
make
Dash files.
Shit. Yeah, we make up shit, and it's essentially a twisted parody of what creators actually are. I'm the Harvey Weinstein of content creation. That's why there are no women here. Atreus is the P. Diddy of content creation, which is why he will fuck anything with a pulse. Okay? Great potential for stories. And look at this. Look at this. I can't say that word on YouTube. Look at this
guy.
Individual. There we go. Look at this individual just staring at me. See how his eyes are staring at me? And I'm staring at him like, what do you want, cunt?
No, everyone was so shady of this guy during the 2024 Game Awards. He dug up his history right away and said he was not who Jeff Keighley said he was.
Right? Okay. It takes a Jew to know a Jew. I'll just put it like that. Okay.
That guy has definitely been to the island.
No, but
would not surprise me. He's got that look, you know.
Yeah, he has. Look, yeah, look at the nose. But I'll make this very clear. When it comes to Tencent, they are willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. Jeff
Mhm.
Keighley is willing to do whatever it takes for his joke of an award show to be taken seriously as well. So of
No matter
course
how
he's
many
willing
times he has to blow
collaborate.
Kojima to do it.
Mhm.
Yes, and he still won't make any of his games Game of the Year for him.
Yeah, I know. All that sex and he gets no reward.
Yeah.
We got some breaking news, by the way.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
that?
Xbox is changing people that are in there. Phil Spencer's leaving. He's retiring. Sarah Bond, who's the president of Xbox, is leaving.
Holy fucking
Oh my
shit!
God.
Oh my god! Let's go! Let us
Wait, the
fucking go! I'll
The
get
Black
it
Woman
right
couldn't
up.
last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until the new people come in and they all have pink or purple hair and
Okay. Okay, I don't
Well,
see.
yeah,
Let's
they're all
see. I'll
from
just
Smash.
type in Xbox.
Different.
Xbox.
Smash is posting it.
Okay, I'll
Smash.
go to Smash's page.
Well, he's not a journalist, so it's fake news.
Well, it's all
Well,
on Verge and stuff too.
Is this the only source? Is Smash?
No,
for
I
now?
saw articles from Verge for the two.
Phil
Verge-
Spencer is
Verge.com.
retiring. Sarah Bond is out. Asha Sharm is the new CEO of Microsoft Games. Matt Booty.
Matt
You
Booty?
can't make this fucking.
wait, did it say Matt Booty?
Yeah,
Yes.
his name is Matt fucking Booty.
No, no. Are you sure you're not looking at your other ex and that's like some guy that you're
No, I
following?
wish I was. I wish this was my. His name is Matt fucking Booty.
That would be like a woman's last name being Bottoms.
Oh boy.
Hey,
And now
hey,
now-
Lucid, how's it going? We're talking about Matt Booty.
Now everyone, I'm gonna be right back, folks. My nearly
Matt Booty, is that a
71-year-old
gay porn
father-
parody of Max Payne?
You know, it reminds
My-
me of, remember Fred Fox from the AV Video Game Nerd?
I'm going to be, guys. I'm going to be right back. My 71-year-old father is banging because he wants me to do something utterly nonsensical for him. I don't want to murder my father because if I wanted to, that means I'd have to become an adult, and I don't
Oh,
want to
boy.
do that. So I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
it sucks here, believe me. You don't want to pay the bills. Matt
but
Booty.
this. Yeah, I know. We were so distracted by Matt fucking Booty that, but yeah, the king and queen are done.
Why do they look like an interracial married couple that wants to tell you that you're not recycling enough in that photo?
I would not be surprised if they had a thing going.
I guess he likes to stir the necks quick. Maybe that's how she got her job.
I know. Sarah Bond was always just like a figurehead just for to push Microsoft's woke. I hate to put just people as DEI hires, but when you are fucking Microsoft and you actually pride yourself on doing that shit, what else am I going to think?
Well, that's the big problem. Microsoft has this commitment to, DEI, ESG. They're doubling down on a lot of things that, I'm not particularly comfortable with in terms of AI. You see more and more people are switching to Linux. Microsoft is in a bad place. And, I want to say that honestly, with everything that they've been doing, it does feel a little bit like Xbox has been an afterthought. Look at Halo, for example. All of the DEI shit they plugged into Halo has been embarrassing.
No, it's not just the DEI shit. They completely didn't care the story. They didn't follow up Halo Infinite, even though it ended on a fucking cliffhanger for a new saga. They didn't fucking do anything with it, and then they shut down the. I was so fucking they literally just Halo was a fucking afterthought, and that just one of the most valuable gaming IPs of all time.
I mean, look. I'm pretty sure. What was that guy's booty name? What was it Matt Booty? Think about this. Think about this. We've got the ultimate Xbox crossover. Matt Booty in the company that allowed a TV show that had Master Cheeks. Matt Booty and Master Cheeks is the ultimate tag team.
Who can forget Master Cheeks? Another thing they let fucking happen was fucking Master Cheeks.
Yeah.
Both those seasons were fucking garbage. I tried getting through. I couldn't even finish the second one.
I'm sorry to say, guys, but fun fact: the first show I ever reviewed as a content creator was the Halo TV show, and I thought it was so bad I swore off ever reviewing TV shows again. Right?
That's actually
The
how I
only-
started. I started with the Halo TV show too.
The only exception to that was the third season of Picard. I turned down so many opportunities to collaborate with creators back in 2022, 2023, 2024 because they were reviewing shows, right? I hate reviewing shows because of Halo Season 1. That little China woman knocking like Ray, Asian Ray knocking the sand rock on the bike, and I'm thinking
UNC bad, very bad.
it's like, go to hell, woman, go to hell. I don't think
Oh,
this
yeah,
will
why
be
are
good.
we wasting screen time on her? Why isn't she fighting the aliens? Why are we trying to make the UNSC look like the bad guys? Like it's like, good thing this wasn't a Warhammer show. Like, imagine all the BS that would have been if it was a Warhammer show. Like, oh my God, the Imperium is so bad. And meanwhile, you have these genocidal, like, religious nut job aliens, like, trying to just wipe out everyone. I mean, it's not rocket science. Halo, go shooty shoot.
It is Dash, because this is a staple throughout Hollywood. People who enjoy the franchise are kicked out. I call it the Henry Cavill effect, right? Henry Cavill
Good
is
name
the
for it.
embodiment of this, right? He adored the Superman franchise. He got eased out of it. He enjoyed the Witcher franchise as Geralt. He got eased out of it, right? He was in this sort of James Bond-esque film, but he was only in it for a short period of time.
Oh, that was an awful movie.
Yeah, and it bombed, right? Every project Henry Cavill goes into, he's passionate about. I know for a fact every one of those projects will fail because he is passionate about them. He should do something like, I don't know, make a film praising Chinese communism, because it might just fucking succeed because he has no passion for that.
Yeah, something tells me he's not a communist.
Exactly. I mean, you look at the Fallout TV show is the perfect embodiment of this. All the actors, all the main cast have made it quite clear that they've never played the games. They don't really take an interest in the franchise. They do that because if they said, I love the games, I played the games, I love the franchise, they're gone.
Yeah, they can't be
phased
molded.
out and removed. That's the Henry Cavill effect.
Yeah, the idea is to push the agenda. So they don't want people who are passionate about, a game or a series or a franchise involved. They want people that they can mold. They want people that will, by the way, here's the funny thing about it. They want people who are ignorant of it. Also, so the fact that person, when they do something on the show or in the script, or they act a certain way, or, well, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? You're just being mean to me. No.
And this is
so you have plausible deniability when people complain about your part in that show.
It's also, this isn't a recent phenomenon, by the way. This is a pre-woke phenomenon. Back during Game of Thrones, the actor who played Sir Barristan Selmy was unhappy at the way his character was being portrayed because he read some of the final few books and how his character differed. The showrunners responded to his criticism by killing the character off and firing him. Right?
Is that why he died in like when he sailed all the way to Marine or whatever, and then he got freaking killed in an alley?
Yes.
That's the character. Wow, that's why he died.
Yes.
That's
It was
I like that
deliberate.
character.
So did I. But they got rid of him. They killed him off because he complained about the fact that the show character and the book character didn't have. They were having divergent story paths, right? He wanted his show character to be more like his book character, and they killed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Would
We
have
have
been an easy
also have-
pivot.
Well, we also have to understand, guys. Look at the Doom movie, right? Doom, not Dune. Doom. Was the Rock in that movie? I think he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Had barely anything to do with the franchise as a whole. How did that
Yeah,
you
except
saw
for,
it again with the Return to Silent Hill, which I unfortunately saw. Like they completely butchered that story. They combined all the female characters into one character.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
that was stupid. And James and Mary weren't even fucking married in this version.
Look at the Resident Evil films as well, folks.
Yeah.
This is a
The
staple
later ones
throughout
did have
Hollywood.
more characters, but yeah, from the games. But
Look at the state of Hollywood. Look at the state of gaming. You want to do well in the industry, you have to, at the very least, be neutral about what you're working with. You can say this for Star Trek. Alex Kurtzman had no interest in hiring people with prior experience in Star Trek because he knew if he did, he would no longer have control of the franchise.
How about Disney only hiring James Luceno to write 2 books and then never hiring him again?
Exactly.
What's the matter, bigot? You don't like gay Klingons?
Or my God, or those Tolkien experts Amazon hired and then quickly fired. This is not a bug, folks, to quote Bethesda. This is a feature of the existing entertainment system. And if you don't bend, you will break or you will sell out, like Notch did for Minecraft. If Sandfall Interactive was offered $1 billion for the Claire Obscure franchise and they didn't take that offer, the entire games industry would collectively work to destroy that company. I'm telling you.
Oh, you don't think there are already people that are secretly very resentful of Sandfall?
Yeah, they want to annihilate the company. The entire games industry want to
Is something wrong,
annihilate.
Chase?
Yes. This is the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming.
Even more.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Let's see.
I
mean,
told
with a
you.
name like
I told you
Asher-
not to start celebrating,
Yep.
Dash.
Oh shit.
Put it on the screen.
Shit.
There we go.
I'm getting it.
Oh.
Do not redeem it. Do not redeem it.
Oh my God!
Asha Sharma.
Guys, we're going to get the curry simulator.
This is exactly what I was talking about. People want so badly for the old guard to come back. Please, we can do it. We can say all we have to do is make one change, and we will save this old company. It's never going to happen. It's never going to
Xbox
happen.
is so fucking over.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, do you like Copilot? You like Copilot, yes?
Wait a
Oh,
minute. Is this
man.
one of Damien's sisters?
What?
Lol.
Damn.
I'll
Yeah.
have you know, my sisters are very light-skinned.
I thought you were because in South Africa they have, of course, the Afrikaners, then they have the blacks, and then they have these weird Indian people for some reason. I thought Damien was like Niall, like the gay Niall Haley.
Why does she dress like a curtain from the 1970s?
Because India is perpetually stuck in the 1970s.
You know what? I've got an idea. We should just get a bunch of people in the space to rally together, and we should be supportive. We should open up a fund, and we should send her a congratulatory gift of an elephant, because we all know what elephants do to Indians.
Yeah, we should literally, just to troll Indians, we should make elephant games. Elephant games, folks. where the premise
I
of the
thought they
game-
liked elephants. Like, there's a Hindu god
No.
that's
they
literally
like
a fucking
cows.
elephant.
No,
They like cows.
Mhm.
yeah, dash. Indians, on
Mhm.
average, get killed by elephants in India anywhere from 100 to 1,000 deaths a year, and those are just the reported instances.
No, because I
right?
remember watching that one
Mhm.
Disney Channel original with the the whatever girl band, like where they went to India and then like they were riding an elephant and shit. Like, so it made me think that, like, I don't know, like Indians, like elephants might very domesticate. But yeah, it looks like
Oh,
they can't really control them, can they?
JD
No.
Vance's wife physiognomy here, right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's no better way to piss off an Indian than with an elephant. Just hello Vivek. Oh, this is just my pet elephant. I'm taking him for a walk through the streets of Ohio. Nothing would trigger the Indian community more than white America riding on an elephant. I'm amazed there are any Indian Republicans because the logo is a fucking elephant.
You know, they say AI stands for all Indians.
Yeah. No, this
And
is
how's
not
that
good
working
at
out
all.
here on YouTube?
Anyway, let's move away from the Indian stuff. I know you guys love the Indian stuff, but
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we have to move
you
because we're on YouTube and they control this platform.
Dash, you haven't lived until you have watched an elephant video, okay? Haven't lived.
I've seen elephants. Okay, I've seen them in
No.
zoos.
No. An elephant video in India.
I'm not
You
going to
can hear
watch
the-
that. Why the fuck
You
would I
can-
ever watch someone getting trampled?
I didn't say that, but you love the sound of their bones crunching. That's the best, man.
Morbid, absolutely morbid. I'm retaking
morbid.
control of this stream. All right, let's. Do we have anyone else have any thoughts about the state of Xbox?
Lowell. Let's
Not
ask
me.
Lowell. No,
What?
let's not ask Damien. Let's ask Lowell.
About Xbox?
Yeah.
Brother, what else needs to be said? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's very like apparent. Xbox fucking sucks.
Has Hulk Hogan reincarnated or something?
What do
Let me tell you something, brother. It's now Damien's turn to talk. What was that, Damien?
I don't have much to say on the situation. The thing is, it's like what we were told that we shouldn't get too excited because things get worse, and that always seems to be the case. So it's like from Xbox saying we're gonna get a black woman, then like, no, you know what's better than a black woman? An Indian woman.
Well, Microsoft already has an Indian CEO, and he's trying to turn everything into Copilot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but this is also the thing with Indians is that they will always make sure that they hire their own kind.
Yes, exactly. And that's sort of the
Unfortunately,
problem.
I don't want to be like stereotypical, but I actually do have some experience. Like, I've seen kind of that like firsthand. I won't say how I've seen it, but I have seen that type of behavior. So it's not just stereotype. I've actually seen it in practice.
It's a form of nepotism, but the big problem with it is that, you know, her background is in AI, and this is something that
More AI bullshit.
Yeah, I thought this was something that we didn't want in gaming to a dramatic degree, and she's going to be the type of person because of that
They'll
background.
condition the Xbox fans to accept AI. They
Yeah,
will
well,
condition them.
You got to remember this, Dash. Whoever is the CEO, always look at their background to understand where they're headed. It's just like Nintendo has become more litigious after putting an American CEO who had 20 years working in Nintendo's legal department. Now they're trying to sue everybody. Now, you know, Xbox is putting somebody in who their only real experience is being an AI, pusher. So, you know, that tells you where, you know, what direction that company is headed. And it's not going to be good for us.
No,
It'd be
it's
very
not.
bad. It's going to be very bad. Do you know what is also very bad, folks? Valve beating the Rothschilds. That's very
Oh,
bad.
Oh,
boy.
yeah. Okay, yeah, we're on that topic now. I am getting it.
Mhm.
See, ladies and gentlemen, Dash complained we were being too controversial with the Indians, and then he proposed this topic. Valve
Oh,
beats the Rothschilds as Epic sends congratulations. Now,
Mhm.
Gabe Newell, you are not long for this world. And I will not elaborate as to why,
Oh boy.
for
Yeah.
Dash's sake.
Yeah,
they're going to.
apparently it
They're gonna
wasn't
sink
like
his
the
yacht,
actual
you know?
Rothschilds that sued him, from what I
Yes.
understand. But like the fact that they share the same name is like
Mhm.
Mhm.
different Rothschilds apparently, but still,
I'm
Gabe Newell
sorry.
will beat
Let's
the
not-
Rothschilds.
Come on, folks. Everyone with the same last name, I don't care how distantly related they are related, especially with a name
Like that.
as
Mhm.
like that. Okay.
Exactly.
And a community like that. If you've got a community of people that are only about 12, 13 million strong worldwide, everyone is related.
This is true.
Okay.
This is true.
So Tim Sweeney is congratulating Valve because he knows Valve isn't going to live much longer. Okay. You don't beat these people for long and get away with it. Just look
The
at Germany.
reason why I found this interesting is because Tim Sweeney has a known grudge against Gabe, and he has he's so bitter. Oh, Steam takes too much money. We come join the Epic Games. We'll give you all this money if you only post on us.
Hmm.
But the problem Epic has is that they want to be something that they're not good at, quite frankly. They're good at being developers and publishers, but that's the extent of their success. Trying to be like Valve and like Steam, which started off as a developer and a publisher of games and then evolved into what it is today, that takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of effort, that takes a lot of energy. And in a sense, Steam got lucky because Microsoft failed. Microsoft practically controlled and still practically control PC software to this day. But they
Mhm.
fumbled the ball so hard. Steam exists. Microsoft were handed the PC gaming market on a platter, and they decided to go into console gaming.
Hmm.
It's like, what are you doing?
That's true. This is absolutely true.
So if
No.
Epic
Well, I
wants-
mean, Xbox practically killed the GameCube.
Hmm.
it did, and that's probably one of its great achievements.
Good Lord.
But from my perspective, looking at this, Epic want to become like Steam without going through the hard work and effort that it took for Steam. It also took a bit of luck for Steam to get where it is today, because if other companies had locked in on PC gaming earlier, like Microsoft in the 2000s, Steam wouldn't exist. Or if it would exist, it would be a heck of a lot smaller than it is today. So it takes a bit of luck to do well.
Perfect
As
meme
well.
for Tim Sweeney. The Wojak with a mask.
Oh boy. Fucking Mask Jack.
I will tell you, though, that Epic through Fortnite, it's a fantastic example of how you can build a franchise out of one game and welcome all sorts of different peoples. I find that to be funny because, it's insane that we've gotten to this position, but Epic doesn't like Steam because Epic wants to be Steam without going through the trials and tribulations.
Yeah, they think they're owed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Like,
I deserve
like-
this.
in a different sense, in a slightly different sense, it's like comparing Rumble to YouTube. Rumble want to be like YouTube, not realizing that it took decades for YouTube to get where it is today, for better or
Mhm.
for worse. Rumble is not even a decade old, I don't think. It needs time, right? It's
Yeah.
I think it's 6-7 years old. Well, that's 2012, 2013 YouTube.
Hmm.
Still got a long way to go. A lot of things to learn. They'll probably fuck it up, We're on YouTube, so being anti-Rumble is good. And on Rumble, being anti-YouTube is good. So,
Yeah.
gotta play to your strengths.
What's the matter? You don't like the Podfather?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, damn.
The sooner Dan Bongino collapses in ruins, the better. But I just find this very intriguing, and I'd be interested in getting the panel's perspective. Damien, what do you make of this?
Make about what exactly? You need to tell me.
Tim Sweeney.
This.
Tim Sweeney. It's like the thing is, I'm glad to see that particular groups of people are getting shown that they won't always be on the winning side, and they deserve to lose horribly. And regarding Tim Sweeney, congratulating him, the thing is, given his ethnic ties, that can be perceived as a threat, because something might suddenly now happen to Gabe.
And don't be surprised, folks. We're dealing with people here who will flatten whole city blocks to get to someone. They have no rules, and that's why I think Valve and Steam I think they do realize that, which is why this is a company that has stood the test of time. But you have to understand, there's only one way to deal with groups of people who have no rules, and that's to equally have no rules either. And I think Steam can rather operate on that premise if they have to. So Galaxy, what do you make of all this?
Well, the Rothschilds are kind of crazy people, so yeah,
One
that's
of
all I
the
can say.
13 families you're talking about there, Galaxy.
Well, they're still crazy, so that's all I could say.
Pray for Galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone pray for Galaxy, please.
Oh, Galaxy, live to see tomorrow.
Yeah. My goodness. For condemning one of the 13 most powerful families in the world. Damn, not even I would do that. But anything else?
No, not really.
Okay, good. Lowell, are you feeling as courageous as Galaxy is?
Well, I'm still trying to actually figure out who the hell, which Rothschilds these actually are. I mean, on the topic of the Gabe Newell lawsuit, I feel like it's actually more important to talk about the actual topic, because the actual topic didn't even have anything to do with video games or any of that stuff. It was literally just sexual assault shit. So it's and that's and I think that's a big deal, because this is a thing that is just that shit needs to end. I'm so sick and tired of these roasties just being oh, I need a quick buck, and then they're oh, well, this guy raped me, and then immediately everybody's just oh, it's true every single time.
Believe all women.
Imagine what a Valve employee looks like.
Oh boy.
I can only imagine. You remember those two from the commercial for the Gabe Cube, the two lesbians?
No.
I'm just thinking to myself, imagine working for Steam.
Oh man, I would not. I actually wouldn't. As cool as Steam is, I would not want to work for them.
Why?
Steam as a company practically runs itself.
That's
they
true.
just host the games and they make money.
And in a sense, it's very similar to how the network operates. The network literally runs itself.
Likewise, it's I stream, you guys come. It's
Are you saying that was bad choice of words?
Oh boy. Yeah,
But
that's
it's just why just don't hire women. There you go. You want to if you want to avoid, lawsuits on the grounds of sexy time. In Activision Blizzard, they were tying women up in chairs and having their way with them on the top floor. right? This isn't a problem.
The Cosby
Oh,
room.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
Valve and
still
Steam.
would like to hear like what Grums knew about what was going on at Blizzard.
He probably was part of it. But look, let's face facts, folks.
Mhm.
This is how the corporate world works. If you're a lady and you
Mhm.
want to do well, well,
Mhm.
get on your knees and suck my cock. That's how the world works. You may not like it,
Mhm.
but we see it in every industry. Look at
And
wrestling.
it gives him, yeah, Vince McMahon. That's the most expensive dump he's ever taken on a woman's head.
It's
Yeah.
literally what started Gamergate was that kind of
Mhm.
behavior.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now I'm being called again to turn off a light.
Oh,
Welcome to my life.
Every boomer should die. How about that?
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.
Okay.
Oh God, man, I'm telling you. But
But
yeah, it's Look, yeah, this could be seen as passive aggressive. You know, this is sort of like congratulations while seething deep down. But again, look, Gabe isn't going to live long anyway because the powers that be, have more to gain with him out of the way than him in their way. So there's that. You know,
Exactly. No one is safe, folks.
I swear we
And
all
I-
just wanted to play video games. Why are you doing this?
well, the
Because
reason they're doing
video
this is
games-
because long ago there was an island with a man named Jeffrey, and he decided
damn.
that you will own nothing and be happy.
God.
Or to put it another way, video games is now a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we have
Mhm.
killed every company that has tried to make games for gamers, from Atari to Sega to Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, folks, Atari made more seismic shifts in the gaming industry than all of its successors combined
Mm-hmm.
in its revolutionary approach to games and games development. In fact, it was Atari who inspired the creation of the world's first games development hub, which was Activision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In fact, the core principles of gaming that we know today, the idea of owning your own games, physical gaming, the idea of controllers that you could plug in and out of, the idea that the system in itself is not just a game, all came from Atari.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to the company? It was wiped out
Mm-hmm.
simply because of the fact that they didn't want a rogue company putting gamers first.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Yeah.
you think Nintendo has done so well? How do you think a company who got its feet off the ground in terms of being a very strong company, literally being contracted by the Imperial Japanese government to make playing cards that glorified the torture of Allied prisoners of war? Literally, literally, there are some cases of cards made by Nintendo of Japanese soldiers with headless Americans. Don't talk
That's
about
what
Yeah,
it.
Nintendo
that's what
is
Nintendo
like
does to people who pirate games.
Nintendo is a lot older a company than people actually realize. Like they are like
Mhm.
almost 200 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'd say for the first half, up until the 1970s, Nintendo was not a nice company. In fact, quite the vicious company for a time. But the point I'm trying to make is, folks, any agent of positive change in this world that can actually make a difference in any industry is crushed.
Mhm.
Any. Oh, I
Oh.
heard someone. Who was that? Who was
I'll be
Was that
back.
a whaler? Was that
Wade's pushing back on you. He says that thing about Nintendo making those cards isn't true.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Of course, Nintendo made cards for the Imperial Japanese. That's a documented thing, and they made a lot of them. A lot of them people know about, and a lot of them people don't know about. The Imperial, and you could make the argument for Nintendo guys. Well, they were just doing their jobs because it was wartime. Japan was a lot different than they are today. You can make that narrative argument, but you can't tell me that they didn't aid and abet in the struggle. You can't tell me that. A lot of companies, and it's not just Nintendo. I mean, Mitsubishi, right?
Handmade
Mitsubishi,
Hanafuda playing cards under Fusajiro Yamauchi. Okay, it started.
Jace,
Nintendo
you got me
Kobai.
excited. I thought you said Fuda playing cards. Damn.
No,
maybe
Hanafuda.
today.
Hanafuda.
Maybe today, Dash, but certainly not then. The point I'm trying to make for everyone to understand is, right, a lot of companies, especially the older ones, got to where they are today by being bad. And that's not something that you can say is fake. Nintendo is a prime example of this. You don't last 200 fucking years by being good. You don't. Do you know what lasts 200 years, 300 years? Vampires.
By the way, it is absolutely true that Nintendo made patriotic cards for Imperial Japan during World War II. And, that's why, again, you have to sort of, look, you may not like it, but them's the breaks, all right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
And some of them were very graphic.
Yeah, I mean, here it is right here.
do you think people who own Chryslers or Fords, feel bad, that those companies were really founded by, people that actively supported Adolf Hitler?
Let me tell you something, brother. You might like driving a Volkswagen, but you can't deny the history of fucking Volkswagen. All right.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Mitsubishi made the engines on the Zeros that bombed Pearl Harbor. You still buy a Mitsubishi Evo, it's still the same company.
Yeah, it's history. Life goes on, people move on.
But, I'm all for moving on as long as people recognize that's what they were before. Unfortunately for Japan, and this is one of the reasons, guys, sorry to go off on a tangent, but this is one of the reasons why I'm so anti-Japanese, because the Japanese population will not admit to any wrongdoing that their people committed in the Second World War. Nothing. They don't acknowledge the millions of Chinese deaths. They don't acknowledge liquefying people's bones and organs. The research, which has been fantastic for people treating frostbite, but that's about it. So I'm going to call out a people who almost universally are not ashamed of what their ancestors did during that conflict.
Why should they be, though?
Because what the Japanese did made what the Germans and the Soviets did look tame.
What if I don't give a shit about what either of them did?
Well,
what if it was
American.
what if it was 60 years ago and it or not even 60, fucking 80 years ago and it literally doesn't matter?
Well, it does matter because legacy matters, my good man. You're an American. You are used to the systematic repression. The systematic repression and occupation of millions of people all over the world since the end of the Second World War. I know your people are desensitized to it, but let me tell you something. We're not all American. I'm from Israel. My people commit acts of terror on a daily fucking basis.
My co-host gets off on watching people die.
Because accountability, folks.
Oh man, this really is going off the rails. I'm really worried about YouTube.
It's not a problem because we're condemning a nation that India doesn't like Japan, folks. So don't worry about it. But the point I'm trying to make is accountability is very important in all aspects of life. And if people are not held to account to past actions, guess what? They'll do it again and they'll do it even worse. That's why there are no women on this show.
like I'll admit, like America screwed over the Native Americans. Do I think that means we should give back the land? No, but I admit that we did bad things, and but you know, you want to punish us for those bad things that we didn't do? No, that's bullshit.
I can just speak for myself. All I personally want is an acknowledgement, right? That's all I want, and I want it for the Japanese. I want it for the Americans, the Israelis, the British, the Germans, the Soviets.
Everyone's got blood on their hands. Everyone.
Yes, and everyone should acknowledge that blood, whether they're companies or countries. The problem is, though, is that not all of them do. And that
that's a
to
fair
be
point.
Called out.
That is actually a very good point.
And I know a lot of people in our circles really like Japan, really like Japanese culture, right? I don't have a problem with Japanese culture. My only issue is that they do not take accountability for their past actions, right? In the way that the Germans did, in the way that the Soviets, now the Russians, ultimately did.
The Germans kind of overcorrected, where like, you know, now like you can't have any free speech because of like, you know, it might lead to Hitler.
Hey,
wooden doors.
Imagine splitting your country in half, okay? Because that's what fucking happened. They considered, and this could well happen to Valve and to Epic if they get a bit too chopsy, if they cause a bit too much problems, they could be wiped out or split in half. A lot of things we see in our pop culture are mirror images of what happens in the political world. Because unfortunately, I know we like to pretend this isn't the case, but it is. A lot of things have a lot of in common between the world of pop culture, the world of entertainment, and the world of politics. That's why I say there's no difference between content creation, Hollywood, and Washington. They are different shades of the same phenomena. They have the same problems, but thankfully they can have the same solutions. And I think that's what we have to work towards. I'm just pointing out the fact that those who try to make a positive difference in almost every field get wiped out. I'm a living, breathing example of this. So on that note, let's move to our next topic. Oh, look, we're speaking of accountability, folks. Bungie.
No boy.
1 hour, 27 minutes and 27 seconds. You know what group of people don't have accountability? Take
Game studios.
No.
I have a lot of groups I could name, but Dash's channel will disappear.
I know, but courtesy of
Please
Bungie
think of my
Foundation-
channel when you guys speak. Think of my channel and how much fun we have on this show. You wouldn't want that to go away.
I am thinking
I
about.
love how you like big and you're like, please think about me.
I am thinking about your channel, Dash. That's why it's beginning to grow. Courtesy of the Bungie Foundation, quote, representation fails when the tools were never built for you in the first place. Landmark research from Yale University, defund that university as soon as possible. Supported by the Bungie Foundation, formerly known as the Bill Gates Foundation, is rebuilding hair tech to better represent Afro-textured hair.
Oh, come on. This is what you want to waste money on?
Press it.
Yes.
Dash.
Here's my up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show it
press
later.
the hair. Press the hair. Let's look at that hair, folks. Ooh, prime Atreyan right there.
Oh boy.
I mean, I just, you know, this ties into the comment I was trying to show, but basically, like, this is just another example of like the people who saying they condemn racism being racist.
Well, I mean, you know, I sort of touched on it a little bit yesterday, as you know, with like the Killer In situation. Like, if I'm a black dude and you're making these androgynous, effeminate men, I'm not really happy with the representation because I never asked for this, and I was fine with the representation that existed before.
Yeah, the feminized black men is definitely a trend, and like we literally, Honestly, I know
You-
John Boyega has shot his mouth a bunch of it, but I do actually still feel kind of bad with, like, you know, the bullshit they put him through.
Do not feel bad for the
I'm
enemy.
being honest though, Dash. Like, you know, I live down here in Atlanta. You know, I've had bricks thrown at me by certain people, but if you just go and sort of listen to what people say, sometimes you just, you know, you're not eavesdropping, but you just hear what people say. Black men are the most homophobic people ever. So when you make guys that are built like Steve Urkel, that kind of, you know, do the handsy thing and wear stupid, you know, big rim glasses and have the Killmonger cut, that does not appeal to them. All right, they would be fine playing a white dude in Call of Duty just fine as long as they get to blow some shit up. You know, I mean, look, you know,
Hey, you know,
this doesn't help them.
yeah, absolutely. So of course they had to shut down replies after me and several others were like, what is wrong with you? Oh, there's Dr. Pika.
Mhm.
Oh, he's been
I
great
think
with
that
these Star Trek gifs. Oh,
The
you'll know
gifs,
this character, Jace.
It's a
Oh,
gift.
oh, jeez.
Yes, I know that character because I played Rebirth.
Ugh.
Wow,
It's like
we're
Aunt
spiritual.
Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth had sex.
But thankfully, she was just a minor character. It wasn't like
She wasn't like that annoying. She was just someone's mom. But you do have to interact with her to get that chocobo.
Yeah, but it was still, like I said, it's a minor thing in the game.
Apes together strong. Yes, I just find it very, very interesting that this is the priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's not promoting the game. It's
You know,
our tools for game making are uninclusive. We need to
Look,
change that to make it specific for one ethnic race.
I'm gonna be fucking honest here, all right? As a fucking Hispanic, we sweat a lot. We tend to get a little fucking greasy, right? I don't want a game company trying to figure out what our poor mechanics are so that Hispanics sweat in real time. I don't want a company to worry about the size of a horse's testicles like Rockstar did in RDR2. You know why? Because a normal person does not give a shit. Make a good game.
But you
People
see
are
the
not
problem?
worried about these little stupid details. People
But
are
you see-
not that ridiculous.
But you see what the problem is that gamers demand like certain like levels of immersion, and then the companies use their arguments to benefit them. It's like, oh guys, games should be more realistic. Okay, hyper realistic graphics. Even though it fucks up your optimization. Like,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
am
guys.
so fucking sick of hyper realistic graphics, Damien. It is like I'm honestly like we can just stay on one console generation and just leave the graphics as is. They look fucking good enough.
Look, I can play something on a Super NES and have just the same, you know, level of time, or I could play an HD 2D game like an Octopath Traveler and have the same fun. You know, not everything has to be hyper realized, and Bungie is going to find themselves up Shit's Creek without a paddle because they're wasting money on this. They're not going to make any money with Marathon, and then what? Oh, well, we have to close our doors because we spent money worrying about ethnic hair. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I know it's what a joke. What a joke. Like this is the company that's supposed to have been like the ones behind fucking Halo. I mean, like they created fucking Sergeant Johnson, one of the coolest black characters in gaming ever.
By the way, black people don't care about this. The person who cares about this is some white liberal weirdo with too much time on their hands.
Exactly. Oh,
Marathon will not be better, by the way, to the guy in the chat. And if you think that, you must be huffing paint or smoking crack. That game is going to be awful. We all know it. I don't know if you're like one of these like establishment simps or engage in mercantilism. I don't know, but you know what? But, like you live in an alternate reality because that game is going to be hot garbage. All right, and everybody knows it.
Wade is all right. All right, but do you know what?
I love how they're trying to make it look like BioShock in the new trailers. They're trying to make it look like BioShock, and it's literally just another dumb multiplayer extraction shooter with graffiti all over the place.
By this time next year, Bungie is going to be closed up and folded, just like the Blue Ball studio we talked about at the beginning. All right.
Yep.
That's
it all
the reality.
comes back full circle.
And by the way, that's the MO of Sony. And if you don't think so, then you haven't been paying attention for the past couple of years. You are sleepwalking, sir.
I wouldn't be surprised me if Sony is letting Bungie like stab itself. I would
Yeah,
not be
I think
surprised
so.
at all if they're
Well, this
expecting
is a
it.
company. This company has gone full circle from being
Mhm.
Xbox's bit to
Mhm.
trading the successful Halo franchise for freedom, only to ultimately become Sony's bitch
Mm-hmm.
and die
Mm-hmm.
as a
Yeah.
result.
Mm-hmm.
What a
I mean,
legacy.
what is this? What is this?
Mhm.
This is
It's
ridiculous.
a joke. That's what it is. It's a fucking joke. This is like
Bungie should have stood on its own 2 feet. When you do not stand on your own 2 feet, when you get carried by Sony or Microsoft, you get thrown off a cliff. Kind of like Kazuya by Heihachi in the Tekken games.
It's terrible.
Yep.
Mhm.
What is the point of this?
So that they don't feel bad about themselves for something that they were never involved in 200 something years ago. That's why.
It's all for quick virtue points. They do it for
Mm-hmm.
the fucking likes, the dopamine runs. They'll spend thousands of dollars just to harvest those likes from like
Mm-hmm.
industry heads and stuff, or to just like prove something like, oh, the chuds don't like this. See, look, we're the victims.
Mm-hmm.
We're the victims.
It reminds me of when they used Latinx. And not one Hispanic person asked for that
thank
shit.
God.
And as a Hispanic person, I
forgot
can
that
speak on this and say anybody that uses Latinx is not my friend. I'm not interested in what they got to say, and they could go, just piss off somewhere. You know?
I just find it great that Americans use a Roman description for Spanish and Portuguese to apply to Spanish and Portuguese people. It's like you're using a Roman description. But any thoughts on this before we move on to our last topic?
And nothing new in particular. I think we all agree Marathon probably is not going to succeed, and it'll be hysterical when it does get concorded.
Do you know what will succeed, though?
Oh,
Pokemon.
yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, Pokemon will be the single greatest force in keeping Nintendo alive.
Even in its current state, Pokemon will sell, especially these games. Fire Red and Leaf Green are back for $20, which is like, a bargain compared to what they cost physically now.
Yep.
But something I find something I find very interesting about this is that it sort of coincides with Nintendo cracking down on emulation even harder, because these games are probably two of the most emulated games on the internet. People can pick up Fire Red or Leaf Green on an emulator. There's a lot of people who put out ROM hacks of these two games of various degrees of difficulty or custom mods or whatever. And so I think Nintendo wanted to shut that down because they see that as potentially damaging to selling it for $20. A poorly emulated version, by the way, I'm sure. Because, the Nintendo Switch emulator that they use to use the virtual store is god awful compared to emulators.
I was looking at the description. It has wireless trading, but it has no online feature.
Weird.
If Nintendo are going to nip piracy in the bud, they have to, at the very least, release all the games they have ever made that have ever been on their platforms onto the Switch and Switch 2. Right. As a
That's
start.
what Switch Online is supposed to be, but the thing is, they do it too fucking slowly.
Absolutely.
It's because they're a vampire company. 200 years old, for goodness sake.
They get off, I think, on the fact that some of the games that are not available cost exuberant amounts of money to acquire, especially a lot of the Pokemon games on the DS and 3DS. I mean, some of the prices you see on eBay, it's like you're not going to financially recover from this if you buy this game.
It has to get to that point where Nintendo realizes that their entire archive needs to be hosted on their websites, on their Switch and Switch 2 websites, and then people can buy at their own discretion, and it would nip piracy, most of it, in the bud. It's only filling a hole that needs to be filled.
Yeah, I tell you, when they added Fire Emblem Path of Radiance to the Switch 2 GameCube emulator, people were so happy because that game costs almost $150 online, and most people have not played it. I played it. I was fortunate enough to play it in my youth, and it is one of my favorite games. It's the game that made me so obsessed with strategy RPGs in the first place.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad other people, and the best part is because it's a straight emulation, they didn't fucking censor it.
I mean, but here's an example. Like, you remember when Netflix was like sort of the only streaming service on the block, and everybody sort of not only cut cable, but you saw a downturn in piracy, just like Digny said, because Netflix was sort of your one stop for pretty much everything. And then as other streaming services popped up and we were like, this is no longer viable, people returned to digital piracy. So yeah, Nintendo could learn a lot by just putting everything out there. A lot of these niche games on there. There's a lot of games that are not on there that should be. There's a lot of games that maybe, they got to go through licensing rights or whatever that should be. You would see a massive uptick if you just supported, everything and were sort of welcoming instead of condemning a lot of these people. If you understood that the thing is that nobody is trying to cost you money from a standpoint of screw you. Well, they are now because you're heavy-handed. If you get more with sugar than you do with salt, and Nintendo has not figured this out.
Yeah, like a lot of people, they do it for preservation. They do it for love because they love these fucking games. Like, and that's what Nintendo doesn't fucking understand. Like they only see things from a financial perspective. And literally, like, if they had just just dump like the remaining games that aren't on Switch Online, or even better yet, make them available for individual purchase, like they used to with the virtual console.
Here's an idea. How about you re-release stuff, right? Just re-release stuff for people to buy. Yeah, you can sell.
That's what I was saying. That was what I'm saying.
Because Nintendo, in Japan they've done this, but internationally they really haven't. They have re-released games in the past, and I think what Nintendo needs to realize is that they're a legacy company that can last on their legacy for another 200 years. And that's what they should be focusing on. They shouldn't be focusing on a Switch concept that people will eventually get sick of. What Nintendo need to do is something that Xbox tried to do but failed because their legacy wasn't strong enough. Nintendo needs its own Game Pass.
It already does with Switch Online. That's its Game Pass, and it's much cheaper than Sony's. You have to pay premium tier $17 a month to play God of War on your PS5, the original God of War. You have to pay them $17 a month, whereas with Nintendo, it's only $70 a year. If you want premium, if you want all the games, you have to pay that little extra. But yeah, it's much cheaper than like Game Pass, anything.
Well, what Nintendo need to do is that because they hold the rights to every game they have ever made. Because that's how Nintendo works. It's always worked that way since the very beginning of their console experience. They could, if they wanted to, take every game that they have ever made and put it on their online system using a basic emulation system. And it would work for the older games. It might be a bit more difficult for the newer ones because,
Yeah, so far, the only consoles they aren't on Switch Online are the DS, 3DS, and of course, Wii and Wii U. So that's four. Yeah. They only have 4 consoles left that they could potentially pull games from. Like, they actually brought back the fucking Virtual Boy just to milk that.
And it's funny, Dash, because when you bring up the DS, how many, the DS and the 3DS were RPG powerhouses. As an RPG fan, you know that is a market that Nintendo is leaving untapped. It is leaving money on the table. It is just baffling that they've done that. Because, by the way, 3DS and DS are 2 of the hardest markets to find physical copies of a lot of these games.
Since they shut down the market, like the online shop for both stores. Like, so like. I noticed like even 3DS games are like jumping in price now. Like that Dragon Ball Fusions, cost a little bit. It was actually kind of hard to acquire, but I got it.
Look, I know they don't want to do it, but if they just said we're officially releasing Mother 3, that alone would bring people to the table. Now I know they won't do it
they can't because of the gays. They can't do it because of the gays.
They can't do it because they've got trans characters that are sort of painted in a negative light, and they've got a black character that if they race swapped him would basically just get them dragged by pretty much everybody because the black character is a little mentally stunted in that game.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I know there's several reasons why they haven't released it in that game. One was the cross-dressing. I didn't know about that.
It's very politically incorrect.
It's still a very beloved game. People who have fan patched and translated. My animation class had a guy who was obsessed with Mother 3 and even did a Mother 3 animated project.
So just for those who don't know the controversy, there is a scene where one of, I believe it's the main character, gets his psi powers by getting in the bath with one of the trans characters.
Oh, damn.
And it fades out.
Damn.
It doesn't. You don't see it, but the implications are very island-esque, let's say.
Nintendo has a massive library of many thousands, maybe tens of thousands of games, and what they should be focusing on is porting all of those games into their online ecosystem, because that's where the future is digital, whether you like to admit it or not. Okay?
Dude, do you know why I bought a computer when I was a teenager? It was because people told me that you can get every NES and SNES game on the internet just like that. And it's wow, that's a great idea, with emulation. I mean, that was selling computers way back in the damn 90s, all right?
Yeah, I believe in both physical and digital distribution. I think both combined are a great way for preservation and ownership.
Well,
if one goes out, you still have the other.
And that's what I was about to tell you, Dash. A lot of people forget that physical copies can have degradation over time. Discs can degrade over time. Cartridges can degrade over time. It might not be, immediate or quick, but it will happen. So there is a need to preserve both. Yes.
Yep, there is a need for both.
And that's the thing, right? Damien, Galaxy, Lowell, Lowell. Any thoughts?
I mean, about all the emulation stuff.
Yeah.
I was always on the fence that piracy as a means of acquiring things that companies will not just sell me is fine. Just straight up. I have there's no nuance to that statement. If you're not going to sell it to me, then fuck you. I'll just take it. I don't care.
Yep.
And I mean, definitely with the I don't have any hard opinions about physical media versus digital media. I do think it is hilarious though that as there was this giant shift to digital media within the past decade, suddenly all of these companies everybody was like, oh, this is great, now I don't have to get up to swap the disc whenever I want to change the game. I can just go back to the menu and do this or what have you. But then this thing happened where all these developers stopped properly what's the word, optimizing their games or compressing files. So now we're in a weird so now digital media is in this weird place where people are like, oh yeah, I don't have to get up and swap my disc anymore if I want to play a new game, but I have to uninstall the one that I had. It's
the poorly optimized shit. I hate it.
And it's nothing changed. In a way, it's nothing changed. And I think that's honestly a bigger one of the biggest issues as far as physical media goes, with the stuff about stuff breaking down or what have you. I repair things when I can get my hands on them. I think that soldering is one of the easiest things that you can learn to do as a hobbyist. Definitely, if anybody watching, learn how to solder. Just do it straight up. Just learn how to solder. And then but other than that, it's just business as usual, same shit. When I was a kid, it was all physical media versus non-physical, emulation, good, bad, etc. And nothing's changed. We're still in the same boat. Companies, sell me the damn product.
Yeah.
Sell it to me.
Yeah. to back lol up too, soldering is important because 90% of your problems with your consoles are that the soldering on some part has gone faulty. I have a PS4 that had the HDMI, basically the soldering went bad, and it's just a matter of just soldering a new switch to the HDMI switch to that. 90% of your problems are bad soldering.
Every single old Pokemon game for Game Boy cannot hold a save anymore because the battery is dead. Just learn to solder a new one. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I saw that's what people were doing. They were like replacing the battery. All the listings said new battery, new battery.
Oh boy.
And what did Nintendo do? They decided to sue you for doing that.
No, that's perfectly legal. They can't sue you for selling physical copies on eBay. Not even Nintendo can do that.
They don't care. They will do it because they don't care. Galaxy, Damien, do you have anything to add before we go to future plans?
Unfortunately, no. This time I don't have much to say, unfortunately.
You don't seem like a Pokemon fan, Damien. Are you a Pokemon fan?
I prefer Digimon because the thing is, Digimon compared to Pokemon, they actually put effort into their games, and not any game plays the same.
Yeah, it's true. As someone who just got into the Digimon franchise through like watching him in Japanese, like I am very surprised that like even like the show is actually better than the Pokemon anime.
Mm-hmm.
Alexei?
I don't really have anything to say, but I just think that the price is, I think it's a little too expensive to me. But
it's half of what it originally cost.
Yeah, but that was like decades ago. So why did you do that?
Galaxy, this is Nintendo we're talking about. How much are they still charging for Mario Kart?
Yeah, well, I mean, they could at least.
Compared to
like
what
$5 or
$10. It's I'd rather pay $50 plus shipping for them instead. Okay, or just emulate for free, which of course, Nintendo doesn't want you to do.
Why don't you pay $100 for the physical edition, plus $100 delivery because Japan?
Yeah, I believe this is digital only. They're so they could do it cheaply.
Yeah, just eShop only.
It does look like a very chopped together release, but if it does allow like local trading, you could see a resurgence of people actually bringing their Switches to complete the Pokédex.
You know what? I think I've found though what Dash's penultimate version of Pokemon might be. I just have to pull it up here, and I think this might be Dash's favorite Pokemon game of all time. As I go to share my screen,
is it the Power World dating sim?
No. This is Pokemon My Ass. The ROM hack. Pokemon My Ass version. The ROM hack. This is a legitimate ROM hack they've created, by the way.
Beautiful.
I even think, oh my god.
This is a real ROM.
They have a version?
They might.
Well, it is a Game Boy Advance game, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, let's
there are always two versions.
Yeah, let's combine a games console with a flip phone.
Yep, that was the SP.
Yes,
they probably got the idea from flip phones. Yeah, SP was great.
Yeah.
You know what's also great? This show.
So listen, real quick before we go. Pokemon My Ass is a fan-made ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red, known for its crude humor, altered sprites like shirtless trainers and gym leaders in bikinis, and silly story about a Playboy trainer beating his rival's ass to become champion. So I told you, it's right up Dash's alley.
Oh damn! Yep, all the bisexual goodness anyone can want.
Bisexual goodness.
You see?
See, look. Another reason we don't have any women here. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Dash, thank you for hosting today's show.
Absolutely, always a pleasure.
You know, we're approaching episode 25, And that's the age that Dash really likes them, right? And 25, okay? Because when they get into their 30s, they start to age, and twink death emerges. Isn't that right, Dash?
The fuck are you talking about?
No. Damien will be in good health. He'll keep his twink form.
Well, Damien's 19.
I'm
No, he's
turning
not.
26 this year. What do you mean?
Oh, well. Make shit up. Everyone else on the internet does. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, future plans.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, like the stream, share the stream. Donations are always welcome. Did you get a donation?
I don't think
Yeah,
we
you-
got. I think this is leftover from last week. I noticed it's
Really?
been glitching because Dragon
Yeah.
Master, unless he pre-streamed this, unless this is a
Maybe it
pre-stream.
came in right before we live. earlier.
Yeah.
do-
Thing is, I'm not sure. It says 4:28 p.m. I don't think.
Yeah, no, that was definitely not today.
Yeah, this was from last week. Yeah.
Well, then,
But still, appreciate Dragon Master. He did share out the stream earlier, so thank you, wherever you are. For my future plans, I might play that new Square Enix detective game. I might set up a stream for that tonight. Not the Killer Inn. Not the Killer Inn.
I was like, what are you talking
No,
about?
no, not Killer Inn. Paranorma Site. It's called.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Okay, I've seen
Yeah,
that,
like a game they should be publishing, not like that weird thing they wasted money on. But yeah, I might play that. I'm gonna probably not be streaming too much this weekend. Won't be on Dragoncast, but I might host a one-on-one panel with Furious Dan at some point. I'm working on that.
That's very interesting. I didn't know Furious Dan was your type.
Well, no, yeah, he's my
Oh,
friend.
Oh,
boy.
God.
You need to
I
understand.
didn't know Furious Dan was into that sort of stuff, Dash.
Games and anime, sure.
I thought he
Oh,
was
no.
into cars and
And
what
a
else
woman.
was Furious
Well,
Dan
He likes
into?
he likes an
he likes
anime about
cars.
cars.
Yeah, he likes cars and anime and girls.
And taco trucks.
I like
Okay.
all those
Games.
things too. No, less cars though. I'm not really much of a car person.
Oh. Damien, what are your future plans?
My future plans is to stream God of War today, and the reason why I'll be playing through the classic games is due to the fact that Santa Monica Studios has decided that they will be remaking the original trilogy. Aside from that, I'll also be making a long form video on what is it? So you know the entire Discord situation. I'm gonna
Mhm.
talk about how all of this is related to
Mhm.
a social security system for the US.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Best of luck to you. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, no, if the
Um,
Jews don't come after me.
Well,
Yeah, you might piss off some Rothschilds.
well, Damien, are you gonna collaborate with any other creators this week?
Next week, actually, I'll be collabing with Marshall Bomad. He's a VTuber as well. I don't know. I'm sure if you've interacted with him. I think Dash might have.
Maybe. I bump into a lot of VTubers. Is he in your server?
No, not in my server. Oh, yeah, not in my server. He has his own
You have
server.
a server?
I've had a server
No one
And you
tells
don't-
me any of this.
because you don't watch me, Dickney. If you watched me, you'd see I have a server.
It's hard for a content creator to watch another content creator. The only content I watch has me in it.
Well, you should watch me and think you're in it, or rather that you're in me.
You're a dirty cunt.
Well, we are. I think we knew this already, though, Digny.
I know,
Okay.
but this guy lives in a country with like a 30% AIDS.
Mhm.
South Africa is like 30% AIDS.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, too
How
good.
can you be a
Too good.
twink in South Africa? I thought all Afrikaners were straight as an arrow.
Not really. They just well at hiding it.
We just need to find Damien a good woman, like a woman like he'll actually like. We'll cure him of the gay, make him bi.
You're out of luck though, but at least you're willing to try. I suppose that's a silver lining in your path.
Yeah, Damien is willing to try if we pin her down for him. But how about you, Galaxy Red? What are your
Yeah.
future plans?
Tomorrow I'm going to be playing in streaming Breath of Fire 2 again, so that'll be it. And for Sunday I'll have my schedule out for next week, and Monday I'll be on your show over on Rumble. So
Yes, I haven't decided quite what to do with that show. I'm thinking to myself, why don't we, since it's a one-off show, why don't we make it a spectacle and bring back reality-based? How about we do that? Then we can make a spectacle out of it and squeeze folks for money. So that then I can cash out and get some money from Rumble. But how about you, Lowell? How do I pronounce your name?
Lowell?
Lowell. Why is there a W in it then?
Oh my god.
Don't
Anyway,
oh
what
my
do you
god
want?
me. Why is there a fucking W in your name if you're called
Why are you?
Lowell?
Why do you sound like a British person? Anyway,
I'm from Israel.
yeah.
Israel is
Answer my
safer than
question.
Britain
Why
at
do
the
you
moment.
sound like a British person?
Because I was born in Britain to a Jewish parents, and it's safer in Israel.
Jiu-jitsu parents? That's kind of cool, actually. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Cardiff. They do things to people in the alleyways that some of you guys may actually be into. I forgot what show I'm on.
We'll give you the. Let's tell them about the Cardiff Classic. Okay, freak
Oh
people
no!
out. The Cardiff Classic is in Cardiff, the capital city of Wales. A trans person fellatioed a dog walker in the middle of the night on the streets of Cardiff City, and the dog owner allowed the trans person to get fucked by the dog, which was a big black dog. The big black dog had
Fucking Europeans. Oh my god.
The big black dog had sexual relations with the trans person, and after the event, the dog walker was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck's going on?" Realized how messed up the situation was and left. Not realizing that the dog fucked the trans person to death.
Oh!
Because after the dog had sexual relations with the trans person was on the floor, and the dog walker just assumed the trans person was asleep, fell asleep.
And covered
So
him
he
in
left with
cardboard.
his dog, and it turns out, it was late at night when dawn struck. People going about their day on the streets of Cardiff find this trans person dead with human semen in its mouth and dog semen in its ass.
Okay. I think that's enough of this story. Let's go to future clip.
Dash, that is the Cardiff Classic.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's continue with Lowell.
So Lowell,
and
Lowell,
Jace,
what are your
whatever.
future plans?
I don't know. Go walk my dog. See what
Oh my
happens.
god! Damn it! Oh my
Try
god!
to get a Cardiff Classic of your own, my good man. Oh, I gotta find that specific show and create a video called the Cardiff Classic Explored. Okay, because I might have glossed over it because I have to make like so much material, so much from so much material. It's crazy. Jace, what are your future plans?
Probably gonna go grab something to eat and sort of get ready. I'm gonna do some streaming tonight since my plans for tonight got canceled. In light of the fact that I've got some gaming to do. I'm gonna play various RPGs, get my grind on, just chill over on Rumble. I've got about 7 or 8 different games I'm playing. I may just sort of switch between different titles and just chill, relax, get mentally and physically prepared for tomorrow, where my plans actually are. Finish doing some cleaning. Try not to basically do a kick streaming video that involves my mother, because we all know what happens on Kick to people. Okay,
God.
It never ends well for people on Kick, and there's that. So you can find me on rumble.com/cancel this podcast. We just surpassed 2,500 this week, so I'm very proud of that. And so I'll be around. I'll be gaming.
Cancel This Podcast has gained over 400 followers in 2026. This is the year of Cancel This Podcast. Jason John got their third man in Digny, and it seems to be working very well. We are the podfathers of Rumble. Damn Bongino. Okay, I knew Dan Bongino was going to fail because all of his fan base are Furious Dan. Okay.
Oh,
Furious
Okay.
Dan is a fantastic content creator, but if your viewership is full of Furious Dans, you're not going to do very well because they're too busy roaming the streets of San Francisco, taking out the Cardiff Classics. So on that note, my future plans, ladies and gentlemen, make more videos, more shows, more videos from said shows. February has been a bust for me. Quite obviously, it's Black History Month. I'm going to be preparing my very first march through March, and it will quite literally be a march through March as
He's
we
a
push.
marching band man.
Yes, we're pushing forward into 2026 proper. February's a bust, unfortunately, but that's what happens when you get struck for condemning a fellow Jew.
oh
And it wasn't
boy.
even me. But
Oh, boy.
we appreciate everyone for being on today's show, and
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bisexual.